How much money did I make this year? I got all this real estate, I flipped this many houses, but how much money did I make? You know, if you don't know, today we're gonna go over it. I'm Aaron Impens, and let's talk about gross profit versus net profit. All right, so gross profit and net profit, what is the difference? What is the difference? What does it mean? Some people don't know. I saw a picture the other day of kind of poked fun at real estate agents, but real estate agents were out celebrating with champagne, and you know, they just closed their whatever sale of the year, and that's the picture on the top, and then on the bottom it's an ostrich with his head in the sand, and it says, understanding net profit, and they got their head in the sand. And unfortunately, many people out there don't understand the difference between the two or how to figure out what that all is. So we're gonna go over it. All right, so let's talk about, first off, let's talk about revenue. Okay? What is revenue? What is revenue? What does that mean, you know? Well, revenue is going to be all of the money that comes into your business. Every single penny that comes in to your business. It doesn't matter if it's from a sale, if it's given to you, it doesn't matter. It's all of the money coming in, rent paid, late fees, everything, okay? It's all revenue, all revenue. Revenue is also considered, or what they call, the top line, okay? It's the top line. If you're ever looking at your income statement, the top line is gonna have, well, again, all of the revenue, all of the money that comes in. From there down, you start breaking out all of the expenses, which will then lead us to the bottom line, which we'll get to later. So revenue, all of the money that comes in, also known as the top line, okay? So pretty straightforward. So revenue, is this your gross profit? Let's talk about that real quick. What is gross and what is net, okay? Gross is going to be all of the money that's come into your business before expenses. So after expenses, you get your net profit, obviously, okay? So would this revenue be your gross profit? Yes, I mean, to a degree, it absolutely would. So we're in the real estate business, so let's talk about that a little bit. Let's say we're discussing a business that buys real estate, fixes up, resells, okay? So part of this revenue, you're gonna have all of your home sales coming in. Well, at the same time, you're gonna have all of your home purchases. Those are expenses. All of your home purchase repairs are expenses. So above your top line, you're gonna have your cost of goods sold, okay? That's gonna be right there, cost of goods sold. So this is the cost of your real estate and the cost of the repairs that has gone into it. Okay, this is your cost of goods sold. So you got all your revenue, now you got this expense, that's gonna give you something else, right? It's gonna give you something right here. It's gonna be your gross margin. All right, so this is how much money you've made after your cost of goods sold. So as an example, if you were in a product-based business, the cost to get your product made, shipped all the way over, packaged and everything into your door, that's gonna be your cost of goods sold, okay? In real estate, it's your purchase of your property, the rehab that goes into it, all of those expenses. The sale minus the cost of goods sold gets you your gross margin, okay? Pretty straightforward. So is this your gross profit? Yeah, between the two of these, this is your gross profit, okay? This is all the money that comes in. This is what after your cost of goods sold. So let's figure out how we get to our net. Because is this how much money we've made for the year? Absolutely not. I mean, it's how much money you made, but is that how much money is in your bank? Guaranteed fact, no. Okay, so revenue, cost margin here. Now, how do we get to our net profit? So our net profit is going to be the gross profit minus all of the expenses. Net profit. Gross minus expenses. Okay? Now, these expenses, what does that mean? Because I said up here, those expenses for rehabbing these properties is already a part of the cost of goods sold. You're absolutely right, it is. So these expenses are going to be all business related expenses. Let's say you've got payroll, you're going to pay, that'll be in that. You've got marketing spend, that is an expense as well. You've got video editors that you have to pay, you know, those guys are expensive too. So put them on the list, you know, all kinds of stuff. Business related expenses, okay, minus your gross top line, or in this case, the margin, gets you your net profit. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what you actually make. So if you brought in $1 million of top line, okay, and your properties cost you $800,000 to purchase them and fix them up, you now made $200,000. Is that your net profit? No, that's your gross margin. Figure out your net profit, you got to take out all your marketing expenses. Let's say you had payroll, your marketing, so on and so forth, your office admin, so on, whatever. All those expenses, 100 grand. Okay? That's what's in your bank at the end of the year. That's what you could take a distribution on. That's the actual amount of money that you made. Okay? Pretty straightforward. I like to go over that a little bit. Make sure and watch this again. If you don't follow along, watch it again. One other thing I want to say, in rental properties, you may bring in all of this money and then your net income at the bottom will show a few $1,000s for the year if you've got a loan on a small single family rental. That's your net profit, but maybe not necessarily the amount that you're going to pay taxes on. That's an interesting one, but as a real estate professional, there's other deductions that you can take to where you got your net profit on their rental real estate, but you pay taxes on even less of an amount. If you want to hear more about that, make sure and tune back in. But for today, this is a little quick video about gross profit versus net profit. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you want to hear from. If you got any questions on this, I want to help you out. So make sure and leave them below. We'll see you guys next time.